are the weirdos, mister.
So, Halloween is over. The candy's disappearing, the cobwebs are sagging, and suddenly everything smells like peppermint instead of pumpkin. And maybe you're feeling it, that little ache that comes when the magic fades and the world rushes to flip the lights back on. And here I am, like some kind of weirdo, on October 31st, just now putting up my Halloween mantle. But here's the thing. Halloween was never meant to be the end. It's the beginning, the gateway. Over the next 6 weeks, light will fade more each day. The trees will bare their bones, plants will wither back into the soil, and even the birds will fall silent. The world grows still, holding its breath as we cross deeper into shadow. Samhain, the ancient festival that inspired Halloween, marked the turning of the year, the moment we step into the dark half. It's when the veil between worlds thins and the living and the dead can almost brush fingertips. This is the season when the spirits wander a little closer, when ghosts drift through the quiet, when the air hums with memory. And in the old days, that darkness was more than poetic. It was real. Winter was dangerous. The harvest had to last, the cold could take lives, and death was not some distant, elusive idea. It was a neighbor. People understood the dark intimately, and they honored it because survival depended on it. And unfortunately, and in the most tragically beautiful way, I can't help but see the parallels between these ancient ideals and our current human reality. People are suffering. People are scared. And whether it affects you directly, and even though our modern world looks very different than it did back then, those old echoes still live in our bones. The old fears return, reminding us how fragile abundance and life really is. But our ancestors didn't let fear define the season. They gathered, they shared, they tended their fires and each other. They knew that death and life weren't enemies, they were dance partners. And whatever came out in the dark wasn't something to fear, but to welcome, to sit with, to listen to. And we've forgotten how to do that, haven't we? We rush to turn the lights on, to deck the halls, to pretend the dark isn't here, but it is here. And to ignore it would be to ignore the inherent magic it holds. There is medicine here. There is beauty in pausing before the brightness. There is wisdom in sitting quietly with the dark instead of running from it. So maybe this season we take a cue from the old ways and sit with what is. Because the real magic, the ancient, eerie, soul-deep kind, that's what begins now. The earth is sinking into her slumber, and we're invited to descend with her, to rest, to dream, to make friends with our ghosts, both literal and metaphorical, both individually and collectively. So keep your candles burning, my beautiful misfits. Keep your heart open, because the true spooky season has only just begun.